heavy and bulky, and his makeup was so horrible to have to deal with for him. And they had this, I don't know, kind of an air conditioner shoved up his dress, you know, or whatever. So he suffered like Job on that movie, man. And and they had this lazy boy recliner chair for him to take the weight off of his body, you know, so he'd lay down when it was time to get up. That was an effort. And but at one point, I remember he turned over to me. He turned and he said, "You know, my dear boy, occasionally you board us on patity." I didn't do it anymore after that.
Hi, I know you were just a kid when you did the Goonies movie, but do you remember anything specifically, or was it just a blur of fun playing around being a kid?
It's a good question. The nature of memory is so. I'm 37 years old now, and I have 3 kids, and my new feeling about memory is if you need to remember something in order to survive physically, you have a good chance of doing that. Short of that, you know, but every now and then, you know, you meet somebody, you know. I met a lady who I worked with on Toy Soldiers who was here in the audience the other day, and there was a picture of the 2 of us hugging and smiling for the picture. And I looked at it, and it was like going into some sort of alternate universe. I mean, I was just trying to remember. I instantly remembered it, but then there was other things like who's taking the picture and what was it. It completely tripped me out. And there are things that, you know, people will show me or tell me that happened, and I just can't. I'm shocked. Like, there's no way I was that big of an idiot, or no way. But with Goonies, you know, Goonies was interesting. I remember a ton of Goonies. I remember a lot of little details. I remember when Joseph Giuseppe Passarelli, nicknamed Peppy, he'd been a corpsman in Vietnam, and he was a florist, and he had all these jobs. And his sister was a head of the daycare center at the Catholic school I went to. And when I got Goonies, when I was offered the part, my mom, who had sat through 3 months of a miniseries with me, said, you know, I want you to be able to do this if it's what you want to do. I'm not going with you every day. I cannot be a stage mother. I can't do it. And so we hired Peppy. And Peppy would pick me up every day. This is a good one. He would drive me to the set, and on the way home, there was this one thing. I was plagued for 6 weeks by this statue of Mary at Holy Cross, whatever the name of the St. Mary's school was, because we'd have to drive from Warner Brothers to where I lived in Westwood. So we'd drive on the freeway, then up over the canyon, up over the hill, and then down, and on Sunset Boulevard, right by UCLA, and there was this statue. And I would always be falling asleep from just being tired from working all day and school all day and everything else. And it was always dark when we go home, and I would kind of snap awake, and I was like, did we pass the statue? Did we pass the statue? You know, so I know that's not what you're thinking of, but those kind of things are the things I remember. You know, the house, every set. I can remember every set. You know, our little dressing rooms that we would go to that were like little miniature kind of Candyland houses, and you know, kissing Carrie Green. I remember. So, I could go on. Yeah. It's like the beleaguered alarm clock we don't want to listen to.
First, I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you, Sean.